Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. It's getting a little dark in here, but oh well. If you want a lesson with me, hit me up at the link in the description and we'll work something out. Trombone, bass trombone, tenor trombone, large tenor trombone, maybe alto. I'm not really an alto teacher. All that stuff. Euphonium. I'll teach you. We can work. We can do stuff. We can do good stuff together. Anyway, let's talk about the instrument that I just played in the intro. Yeah, what's this? Surprise, this is not the instrument that I had made. This is an instrument that I just randomly got on Facebook 2 days ago. Ta-da! This is a Bach 50 T3 L. It's got the big boy. It's got this. It's got the extra inch that is necessary for something. In any case, I just got really lucky. A guy put this on Facebook a couple months ago. In the local ads, not on Trombone Marketplace and stuff, just the local stuff. And I was like, ooh, I want that. I like Bachs, I like Thayers, and I like cheap trombones. And so I sent him an offer. I was like, hey, I'll trade you this. And he's like, no, I need the money. And I was like, well, I'll offer you this much. And he's like, no, I have someone buying it. I was like, okay, see ya. You know, I put a limit on how much I'm willing to pay, and above that, I'm just not going to do it. It's not worth my time. And so forgot about it. Months go by, and then 2 days ago in the morning, I get up and I'm like, all right, another day, another rehearsal at Disneyland. And he had messaged me and he's like, hey, I'm moving really soon and I need to just get rid of this. I'll take your offer. And I was like, you have a deal. And so I just got in the car, boom, went to his place, bought it, came home, and carpooled with a friend to work and used it most of the day in rehearsal at Disneyland. So I got a real quick start on playing this. Very, very quick start on playing this. Kind of just put a bunch of oil in the valves and played it for most of the day. And I was very surprised. One, because I did not know it was an L bell when I got it. I went over to his house, I kind of looked at it and was like, man, this is in pretty good shape. I didn't even look at the stamp. I was like, I know it's a Bach. Obviously it's a Bach. And then at the very last moment, I was like, oh, that's an L bell. Surprise, I don't really like those. Oh well, it's still a pretty good price, and I just bought it anyway. And I was like, was that a mistake getting the L bell? But actually, it turns out not really. It's pretty good. So it's got that extra inch, which makes the sound just a little broader, right? It's got a little less of that middle to it. But it is just a little bit wider, and not in a just bad way like it could be. Just a little bit of extra wideness, and then it also plays pretty well. So upper range. It has all these notes. They speak easily. I can use a nice light articulation. I'm not having to hammer any of them out. The intonation is not strange. Everything just kind of lines up. Sometimes adding or subtracting stuff from the flare will change the intonation, because that's where the wave that's coming out of the instrument interacts with the air. And sometimes, you know, you change this too much and the wave is like, and it gets thrown off and intonation is bad. So far, and I played it for a whole day with a bunch of small tenor trombones, playing the same music that we've played for like 3 weeks. You would notice an intonation difference if it was bad. And I had kind of no big issues doing that. Sitting in, playing the same music, I was like, oh, this feels natural. It doesn't feel strange. It doesn't feel weird. The mid-register is fine. Again, it's got a nice Bach sound. There's no kind of like missing... There's no like hole in the middle of the sound like I've gotten with, honestly, other instruments, L bells. Just some Bachs have that. It's just like, oh, that sounds Bach adjacent. No, this sounds pretty good actually. And then the low range, because of the Thayers, has this color to it that I did not know I missed so badly. of it is, and I put that too close together, oops, part of it is the room that the Thayers give you. A lot of that's because they're leaky, even nice and oiled up, and these actually feel great. They leak, that's just what they do. But they give you a little extra space to develop the sound. Some rotors play really well, and you can play low and you can play loud, but they don't let you broaden the sound at all. And so this with L-Bell and Thayers, and this is my Edwards slide, by the way, it came with its own slide, but it's got a ding like right here, and so it hangs up in first position. I think it plays pretty well. I'm gonna get it fixed, actually, I think tonight. Anyways, Edwards slide. With this, it just plays great down there, and it just has that color, that color the Thayers give you, and then it's just kind of helped by the L-Bell. Oh man, I really missed that. And that is something that I very much enjoyed about playing this with everybody else. It is heavy. I mean, that extra material on the bell, it's going to make it heavier. Theirs are heavier. This bracing is all pretty thick, and it's kind of far up, so that makes it a little heavier too. So just a bit heavier than my other horns. And I'll play it for a while, and I'm like, ooh, that's fatiguing in a way that I have kind of forgotten, because most of my horns right now are pretty light. So what are the plans for this? Well, I didn't expect to get it, so I didn't have any like plans prepared. Honestly, and I'm going to talk about this in a video right after this. You got 4 trials by fire in one video. I might get this bell fixed up, the 50B bell. It's just a 50B, there's no extra letters. Might get this fixed up because it's a little bit sad and it's a little bit dented up at the end. And I might transplant it onto this. Because actually, this bell is pretty good. I don't mind it at all. But that bell has some magic in it. And I feel like paired up with this, these are actually less leaky than the rotor on that, might make it like a really, really cool instrument. And I would have my second Corporation silver-plated 50B on Thayer valves. How many people have had 2 different horns like that? I don't know. Probably not very many. In any case, surprise horn, came out of nowhere. Pretty gosh darn happy with it for the moment. This is my primary bass trombone. It kind of does things a little more the way that I'm used to than my other basses. But the real horn itself, the one that I've had made for the last long time, will be here August 5th. Ooh. And I'll finally have the dream instrument. And I'm sure it's going to be way better than this. And this is already pretty good, so I'm really excited. I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.